Hello everyone, I hope you're well, and I just want to talk about a few things today. The first thing I want to talk about is Kemi Badenoch, the Conservative Party, and yeah, I just want to give my opinions and my thoughts on that first of all. So I want to talk about Kemi Badenoch. I really do like a lot of the things that she says. I love the grilling that she does give Keir Starmer for the things that he says, and she does try and correct him and put him straight and call him out on his lies, with Rachel Reeves as well, what they had in their manifesto, and correcting them and putting them straight on all the lies that they had told. I do love the grilling that she does give Keir Starmer. I think he deserves it because he has lied. We know he's lied, and said that he wasn't going to do certain things, and he went and did it anyway. You know, and so yeah, these things need to be called out, and I'm so happy that she does it. On the other hand, I do like her. I think she makes a lot of good points, but she's in the Conservative Party, which at the end of the day, they were in power for a good 10 years. I mean, let's face it. They were in power for a good 10 years. In that space of time, they had plenty of chances to deal with illegal immigration, which they didn't. You know, they had also promised to deal with illegal immigration. There was lots of talk on it, but really nothing was done about it. And that's the problem. So I think Kemi Badenoch would be really good on her own without the Conservative Party. I do think the Conservative Party have really given themselves a bad name, in my opinion. I think that with the Conservative Party saying that they wanted to get people back into work, like disabled people and stuff, a lot of people then started voting for Labour just to punish the Conservative Party. But to be honest, voting the Labour Party to punish the Conservative Party is totally the wrong move anyway, because I don't think the Labour Party has really given us anything to go woohoo about. So to then to go and get another party, to take over another party, just to punish them for something that, you know, because of something that they said they were going to do, people were getting worried and, you know, thinking, oh no, I've got to go back to work and I'm disabled, and how am I going to do that with my health issues and my health conditions? So people were just panicking, and it was just like, oh, let's get the Labour Party in. That's what I think. At the end of the day, I don't think voting for the Conservative Party is the answer. I really don't think it is. As much as I do like Kemi Badenoch, and I do like the things that she says, I think she makes a lot of sense. But they did have their time in power. They had 10 whole years. And in that space of time, nothing really changed, you know. In actual fact, you know, people were getting concerned about where their future was with that party, what's going to happen if they are being forced to go back into work. We still had the men in the hotels at the time. We still had the men in the hotels. Didn't change anything, right? They were still there on taxpayers' money. People were still concerned about that. Nothing really changed. Men were coming over in boats every day, even under the Conservative Party. So to say, you know, they're a party that I would vote for, no, I don't think I can, because they've had their time in power. They did give themselves quite a bad name. People were not trusting them anymore. So just because you have another, you know, someone else in Parliament speaking for the Conservative Party like Kemi, it doesn't make me change my mind on them. You know, yes, I can see her as Prime Minister, but would it change? Would she change anything? I don't know, because you hear them say a lot of stuff that you love, but would they change anything? That's the problem, you know. Will she change anything once she comes into power? You know, and I think, yeah, I think because they've had so many years in government, we haven't seen much change. I think they have given themselves a bad name. I think Labour is going down the exact same route, in my opinion. I would never vote for Labour. I didn't anyway. I did at one point vote for Conservatives. I don't think I'll ever do that again, to be honest. And yeah, so I think they're the two parties that I don't think I could ever trust, because they spend too much time saying things that you love and things that you want to hear, but nothing really gets done, you know. And we need change in this country. We have men coming over in boats, attacking women, children, women feeling unsafe to be on the streets, you know, and we can't have these men coming over, then coming out with, oh, well, I didn't know that I couldn't do that because we did it in our country, and grabbing women off the streets and thinking it's okay to grab a woman off the streets, leaving her in absolutely terrifying situations. It's, you know what I mean? So it's just too concerning that women have to go through this and are put through this with these men. Yes, they do go to jail, but at the end of the day, that's not good enough. You know, we want these men deported. We want them out of our country. We want them deported. We no longer want these men in our country terrifying women and children on our streets. You know, we need a party that's going to come into power, and that is going to show the UK that they are going to say something, do it, put it into action, and we want to see a difference, you know. We don't just want talk after talk after talk. It's just not good enough anymore, you know. We want to see a change, we want to see a difference, and we want to be able to say, you know, we want to be able to put our confidence into a party that we know can change something, you know. So that's why I just can't give my confidence to the Conservatives or Labour anymore. I think a lot of people who did vote for Labour are really regretting it as well. That's my opinion. I think they are. So yeah, I think Keir Starmer, when the time comes up to the 4 years, will try to maybe stop, you know, it happening, because he has tried to stop when it was, I think, the vote not long ago. Did he? I heard something about that. So yeah, so you know, there's gonna be some sort of plan or sleeve up his sleeve, probably, you know. So, you know, although 4 years is still quite a long way away anyway, but, you know, I hope that we can get new parties in instead of having to keep bouncing between Conservatives and Labour and Conservatives and Labour. We just don't need that anymore, you know. So that's all I really have to say today, and thank you for listening, and bye-bye.